Do you know how to pronounce this word? Or this one? And what about this one? Well, we're going to talk about it in today's video. Ciao a tutti e benvenuti a un nuovo video. My name is Stefano and I am an Italian teacher. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any future Italian lessons. In today's video, we're going to talk about the pronunciation of SC in Italian. Oh, and make sure you have enough time to watch this video till the end, because at the end of this video, I have a little pronunciation practice for you, and you don't want to miss that. This sound is a little tricky, but let me tell you that you have the same sound in English. We just need to understand how and when to use it. Now, if you haven't watched my previous video on the pronunciation of C and G in Italian, you might want to watch that one first. That's because the same rules that apply to C and G actually apply to SC as well. So if you know the rules about the pronunciation of C and G in Italian, you will have no problem in understanding the rules behind this sound of today, SC. Alright, now let's get started. SC in Italian can be pronounced in two different ways, with a soft sound and a hard sound. The soft sound is actually the same as the SH sound that you have in English. So we're talking about a a sh sound. The hard sound is the same as SK in English. So we're talking about a sk sound. Let's start with the soft sound. Now, SC is pronounced as a soft sound when it is followed by two vowels, E or I. So again, it's the same sound you have in English in words like she, ship, and shell. Let me give you a few examples in Italian to better understand. Pesce, pesce, sciare, sciare, sciarpa, sciarpa. Pretty easy, right? Now let's talk about the hard sound. SC is pronounced as a hard sound when it is followed by A, O, and U. So it's the same sound that you would have in English in the words scam or skull. Let me give you a few examples in Italian. Discutere, discutere, scale, scale, scarpe, scarpe, bosco, bosco. Let's talk for a second about the word scarpe, shoes. Now, as you can hear, scarpe is a hard sound because we have SC plus A. But if you get this sound wrong and you forget that you have to pronounce it with a hard sound, but instead you use a soft sound and you say sciarpe, sciarpe, the meaning of the word completely changes. If you say scarpe, scarpe, then you're saying shoes. But if you say sciarpe, sciarpe, then you're saying scarves. Pretty different, right? So it's very, very important to remember the correct pronunciation of these two sounds. Let's move on to the next rule. Now, when SC is followed by an H, then SC is going to have a hard sound again. And this is exactly the same rule that we talked about for C and G. If you remember, when we have C and G followed by H, then the C and G are pronounced as a hard sound. Well, the same thing applies to SC. So when you have SC plus H and then I or E, you're going to have a hard sound. This is a very common mistake, especially among English speakers. So let me give you a few examples so you can understand how it works. The first word is schiavo, schiavo, scherzo, scherzo, schermo, schermo, rischio, rischio. Alright, so remember, when you have the H makes the sound hard. Now let's go back to one of the first words we've studied today. Pesce, pesce. Now pesce means fish, but if you add an H in there, then you would read it as pesche, pesche. So we've got pesce and pesche. Pesce means fish, but pesche means peaches. So again, it's very important not to mix up these two sounds. Otherwise, the meaning of the word you're saying is going to completely change. For example, I love marmellata di pesche. Marmellata di pesche. And now you want to make sure that you don't say marmellata di pesce, because that's kind of disgusting, isn't it? Let's talk about the last word of today. Scuola. Scuola. Now, the spelling of this word is not very common in Italian, but as you can hear from the sound, in this case the SCUO is pronounced as a sort of S plus Q. So we're saying scuola, scuola. This is not a very common sound in Italian, and just a few words have it. But scuola, school, is a very common word, so you want to make sure you remember how to pronounce this word. And now it's time for the little pronunciation practice. Let's get started. As you can see, you have 4 different words here. Now what you can do is to pause the video and try your best to pronounce these 4 words. When you resume the video, I'm going to pronounce these words for you, so you can check if your pronunciation was correct. And I'm sure it will be. You can pause the video now. Alright, let me pronounce these words for you. Tasca, tasca, scelta, scelta, maschio, maschio, uscire, uscire. Great! How did you do? Why don't you let me know in the comments below? You can drop me a comment and let me know how you did on this little pronunciation test and how many words you got right. Okay, we are done for today's video. Now, if you don't want to miss any upcoming Italian lesson, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you've enjoyed this video and you want to support me as a small YouTuber and Italian teacher, and you want to help me grow my channel, you just need to do one little thing: like this video. That is going to help me a lot. So a like from you is going to be very much appreciated. I'm going to see you in the next video. Ci vediamo nel prossimo video. Ciao ciao!